meeting is being recorded.
Hey, well, thank you for joining us today for our very important visa guidance Thailand pass application and a little introduction on your entrance to Thailand, which is coming up soon. I will pass over to Gip to get us started.
Yes, today the topic is visa application and Thailand pass, which if we will go through the following topic. We give the green light to book the flight, the insurance purchasing, apply the visa. So we will share information about the visa types, also how to apply, and you need to apply the Thailand pass as well. And we will share the frequency asked question. And at the end, we will ask, you can ask your questions for anything that you are wondering. And also, so to-do list is mean you have to book the flight, insurance, purchasing, apply the visa and Thailand pass, which is you can do it right away from now and share all the documents that you have to it brought to us. And as of now, you don't need to have a hotel for quarantine in Thailand. Also, the RT-PCR test is not required for before departure or arrival. But sometimes the departure, maybe it depends on the airline or the country that you transit. So please check with the airline. The rundown, we would like you to arrive no later than the 29th of May, as we will pick you up and go down to Hua Hin is on the 30th of May. And if you would like to arrive earlier, so we do advise you to come not earlier than the 25th of May, so that you have more time for the visa processing, from changing the visa and like doing the work permit. Also, as I mentioned, you can book the flight, and for the hotel, we will book for you. We will book Forum Park Hotel in Sathorn in Bangkok, so that you can stay together with us. And then you have to apply the visa and Thailand pass. So for the arrival flight that I have said before, to arrive no later than the 29th of May, and don't come to be late, as we will have a meeting on that evening on the 29th of May. And also the RT-PCR test, the test and go scheme, or the quarantine in Thailand, it doesn't require that anymore. However, for the COVID-19 vaccine card, we require you to make it as a digital version, like a QR code on that card, so that when the airline asks you, you can show that to them. And also to arrive not earlier than the 25th of May, so that you have the time for the visa processing, especially the South African that you come as a visa exemption, which has only 30 days. And you have to extend once in Thailand. So if you arrive earlier and you have less time, you might have to do the visa run if you don't have enough time while you're processing to change the visa. And also we recommend you to book the flight with the agency that you trust, or book directly with the airline, so that they don't charge you if you would like to amend any flight, or if something happens, so you can make change easily. So that's about the flight booking. And once you book the flight, please share your flight details to us. And next is about the insurance, that you need to share the insurance document to us. Please purchase with the minimum coverage 10,000 USD and specify to cover COVID-19 treatment. And please have it to cover all the length of your stay in Thailand, like 1 centimeter. It is not mean to cover the visa the visa link, but it means the whole time in Thailand. And please share the document, the details on the insurance to us. And once you have done with the flight and the insurance, you need to apply the visa. And Jasmine will explain what's the visa, any types, and how to do it.
So there's 4 different types of visas, and they're very specific to the program that you're coming here on. So we have many different programs together in this call, and I'm sure listening to the recording as well. So the first one is the visa exemption. This will be anyone from South Africa. It means you do not need to apply for a visa at all. You just come straight in. The reason why is in the past, people from South Africa tried to apply for the 60-day visa, which gives you that more time. And they put a note in their passport saying, do not let this person change to a working visa unless they go back to South Africa. So that is the reason why South Africans come on a visa exemption, which means no visa. You only need to apply for the Thailand pass. Then we have the 60-day tourist visa. So this will be everybody else who is doing a long stay teach program. So anybody who is staying, getting paid to do at least 1 semester, 1 year, or even more, you will all be coming over on the 60-day tourist visa. We are aware that many countries are visa free, but the reason why we want everyone to come in on the 60-day tourist visa is it gives you that little bit of extra time to be able to potentially not have to do as many or not have to do any at all visa runs to change that visa over while it's going to be changed to your working visa. So that is why we're suggesting everybody else come on the 60-day tourist visa. Then we've also got the non-B visa. So anybody doing a long stay teach program. So this is the 1 semester, 1 year or more paid teaching program. You will eventually transfer over onto a non-B visa. So this is your working visa here. And this will be organized in country, which I'll explain a little bit more in the next couple of slides. And the last one is the non-O visa. This is a volunteer visa. This one is for the George Mason University program people. Anybody doing a short stint, it's a 90-day visa. It cannot be extended. So you'll be completing your course here with us in Thailand, and then you head straight back home. So you don't need to worry about changing this one. You will come straight in on this one. You would have already received your non-O visa paperwork in your emails yesterday. We'll be giving everybody visa guidance depending on the specific visa that you need to get for yourself. So please do read your country's section if it is a tourist visa, just because South Africans, you're in there as well under the visa exemption, which means no visa. And anybody over non-O, you will get a very specific non-O visa document and your specific person documents to be able to enroll in Future Foundation and submit all the documents that we send you online. So South Africans, once again, you do not have to apply for a visa before you come over. You simply need what Gip stated, your flight, your insurance, and the hotel name that we mentioned, the Forum Park Hotel, to apply for your Thailand pass. So as soon as you book flights insurance, you already have the name of the hotel. You can get straight on to applying for your Thailand pass and you are here. So visa exemption, you are coming in visa free. 60-day tourist visa people. So this is mostly our Americans, our people from the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Europe who are not on the George Mason University program. George Mason University, you are all on the non-O. Everybody else who's doing a long stay paid teach program for at least 1 semester, 1 year or more, you will come in on the 60-day tourist visa to give you that extra time. So you need to have your passport validity no less than 6 months. The advice is to have 1 full blank page, but we definitely suggest having 3 if you decide to stay like myself longer than the 6 months and end up here for 6-7 years. You're going to need a lot more pages. So we do advise having at least 3 blank pages. Then e-visas are available for only people from the US, Canada, and the UK. So all your application will be done solely online. And then Australia and New Zealand haven't quite caught up yet, and parts of Europe. So this will be manually either by going into the embassy if they're allowing it with COVID restrictions in your country at the moment, or sending it off in the post. I know Australia and New Zealand Post are really good for this. But either way, if you are applying for an e-visa or a manual visa, it takes 15 days to process. So hence why we sent you all the documents yesterday to get you started. Please book your flights, insurance, you have the hotel name, and then you can apply for your visa straight away. So we do highly recommend to get on it. In case there's any issues, you need a little bit more time. As soon as you've got it, you've got it. So it'll put your mind at ease as well. And just a reminder as well, all tourist visas, including the visa exemption for South Africans, they do require an exit flight from Thailand within your visa time frame. So this can be a little bit confusing because I know the paid teach people are here for at least 6 months to a year, but this exit flight from Thailand needs to be booked within the 30 days if you're from South Africa, or within the 60 days if you're from the US, UK, Europe, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. So this flight is required by law. It's not an Explore Asia thing. It's a requirement to enter Thailand. And it just needs to show that you're a genuine tourist and you have intentions to leave the country. Even though it's completely legal to change your visa onto a working visa once you're here, they still require to see this exit from Thailand flight. Now, what people usually do is they usually book the cheapest flight that they can find to a neighboring country. Because this flight is a burner flight, you probably will not take it. So booking the cheapest thing you can find within your visa time frame is always a good idea. For this, I do recommend looking on Skyscanner. I would never recommend looking on Skyscanner for your real flights, as they are an agency and things can be very difficult to change. But they do some good deals if it was a burner flight. So have a look, Bangkok to everywhere. You can type in, find the cheapest one within your visa dates, and you can book that for showing proof of exit. Some people ask if it's okay to book a return flight home. This one's up to you. If you can get a good deal that's easy to change the flight from the end of your visa, your current tourist visa, to when you'll actually leave, that's completely fine, but they are quite hard to find without hefty fees. So that's why we do recommend to book a flight to a neighboring country. Non-B and non-O visas. So I'll just touch quickly on non-B visas, as nobody's entering Thailand with a non-B visa. Once the long stay teach people, the 1 semester, 1 year or beyond people have got a contract with their school will start processing their documents for them. So it's a big bunch of paperwork saying that you'll be working at the school, done through the Ministry of Education, that's transferred on to the Ministry of Immigration, and they will pop you on this working visa. As well as the working visa, you will need to grab a work permit. So every time you extend a visa or get a new visa or get a work permit, these do have a cost. So just so you know, to extend visas are usually 1,900 baht with all documents in order. And to get a non-B visa or a work permit ends up being around 3,000 baht, as long as your documents are all in order. So I do suggest to have a look at the budget guide for that one as well. And then finally, the non-O visa. So this is all of the George Mason University people coming over that are doing the volunteer teaching program. You will all be coming on the non-O visa, volunteer visa. You don't need to worry about extending. It is valid for 90 days while you're here for your program. Everybody's already been sent their documents. Please upload everything we have sent you on the files right live while I can do the registration foundation. If you find it's too early, let us know. There's also a great program called LPF that could be small enough to load some documents to attach to that one. And please remember, all visas expire. So for no people, you don't need to worry because your program is finished. But if you are coming on a visa exemption, day tourist visa, or even non-B visa, even though no one is getting that visa. visa processes here in Thailand are ongoing. Even in 20 years, you need 9 days, you need days, and we've got us to give you
Sorry, is Jasmine still there?
I'm also having a lot of problems hearing her.
Yeah.
I thought it was my computer.
Okay. So I think this slide had finished.
Okay, I think she's back.
Jasmine, sorry, I think I lost you. So you finished this slide?
yes, thank you.
Sorry.
If you need me to share, I can share.
Yeah, it's okay. Now it's you see my screen now?
It's still frozen on my side.
Oh, really?
Is anybody else's screen showing something different to before?
Is it number 4?
Yes.
We
I
can see
shared
number 4, yeah. Jasmine, your video is also frozen. We can't your video is also frozen.
Maybe she's
reconnecting.
She disappeared. Okay, I can continue on the part. Yeah, so this is the process to apply the e-visa for American, the UK, Irish, and Canada that you can apply online. So go through this website, and then there will be the step on this, and you follow this kind of step. And they will ask you to submit the photo for the visa and also the passport page. And if they ask something about the employment detail, you can share about your current occupation now or you are unemployed. And for the supporting document, you will need to do the declaration form that is to download and fill it, and then you upload it again. And also the travel booking information, which is the flight detail to arrive Thailand. And sometimes they might ask you about the exit flight from Thailand as well. Like Jasmine mentioned, to have the flight to our neighboring country to show that you are the tourist. So you need the exit flight. And also the information about the accommodation. So we will book Forum Park Hotel, and this is the address of Forum Park Hotel is in Sathorn. And again, that we will book the night for you on the 29th of May, which is applied for some agent that already include. But if some did not include, we will inform you again for the charge. And also the accommodation in Thailand, which is the hotel as you are the tourist visa, and also the financial evidence that they will ask you about the bank statement. And once you are here, when you arrive Thailand, they will ask you to show 700 US dollar. It might randomly ask, but the custom have the right to ask you. So please prepare the cash on 700 USD or another currency, but we don't recommend you to carry African rand as it's quite difficult to have a change in Thailand. And also the confirmation of the resident in the country that maybe you might not be a resident in that country, so you can just or if you are, you can just submit some document that show your address or like your license or your bank statement. And this is the map of the consulate in the US. It's depend on the area that you live in, and it will be sent to this embassy for the visa. Like if you are on the green area, it will be sent to the Los Angeles embassy. Also, the Canada, that there are two embassies as well in Ottawa and Vancouver. And for the people from the UK and Ireland, it will send to the Royal Thai Embassy in London. And then when you finish all the information, you have to pay the visa fee. And once you have the visa to you from the Royal Thai Embassy, they will issue the e-visa, which is look like this. And for this visa, please print it out and bring it to here. When you arrive at the custom in the airport, please present this visa to them as well, so that they know that you have 60 days. Otherwise, sometimes they just stamp for only 30 days. So you have to go to the airport to fix that again. So please show them that you have 60 days to be in Thailand. And this is for the Australia and New Zealand people that for the 60 days, your tourist visa need to apply via the mail. So you have to send the passport to them with the photograph, also the application form, the declaration form, the insurance, also the flight detail, and with the envelope and the hotel information, and also the bank statement to send to them. And then it will need the address in Australia or New Zealand, and you pay the visa fee at 60 US AUD or NZD. And it has the embassy in Canberra and in Wellington for Australia and New Zealand. And once you have the visa with you, the passport will be returned with the visa page on the passport. And this is the FAQ of the visa application that it's a bit strange that they ask you. So they will ask you as the first thing that sometimes you do the selfie with your passport. This is like to confirm that it's your passport. And also the stamp of the visa on every page that need to submit. And the invitation letter is as a tourist visa, you don't need to have the invitation letter. It's just like you come for traveling, so it's not need to have the inviter, unless like you come to attend the wedding or other purpose that maybe you can have the invitation letter. So this part you can skip. And also about the address that you can submit your passport or driving license. And some of the UK people that they will ask some personal statement, which we will attach the form to you, so you can have that form to submit. And some question about why you might curious that why you need to have the 60 days tourist visa to come to Thailand, as normally many countries can arrive Thailand with like visa exemption, like 30 days free. But as Jasmine mentioned before, you will need to have another more days for the visa processing. So when you are here, you have raised worry to process the visa. And also the bank statement you will need to have for the visa application, and the cash at 700 USD. This is for the custom may randomly ask you to show that you have enough money to be traveling in Thailand. And also the exit flight as to show them it's the same that you might ask you or might not be asked. But if you got asked on the spot, and they might ask you to book it right away, which might cost more. And then the visa has been done, so please apply the Thailand pass to go to this website for the Thailand pass, which is it's required 3 to 7 days in advance to apply, and then they approve and get back to you. But in case of the emergency, you also can apply that. But please email to this link as well. Sorry. And also the email that you use, we recommend you to use Gmail account instead of Yahoo or Hotmail, as Yahoo or Hotmail might have some trouble that we found before. So we recommend you to use Gmail. And then they will ask you to submit some information on Thailand Pass website as well, which is the passport, the COVID-19 vaccination card, the insurance, which is minimum coverage 10,000 USD, specified COVID-19 treatment, and also the name of the hotel. But from May of the 1st, so you will see that they will not ask this part anymore, as we don't require the quarantine in Thailand anymore. Yes, and also the COVID-19 RT-PCR test, which is required by the airlines. So please check with the airline if they need that. But for Thailand, we don't require that. And once it's approved, it will come to you as a QR code, like the picture here. So please share to us this document as well. And when you are at the departure airport, you have to present them the Thailand pass, the insurance, also the visa, and sometimes the RT-PCR test. And once you arrive Thailand, you might be asked about the exit flight or the cash or the hotel booking here as well. And then when you pass the custom, they will give you the card. The first two is, we call it TM6 card, which is very important for you to keep it the whole time. And if you have lost it, you have to report to the police station, which is they will give you another paper for using instead of the TM6 card. TM6 card will required by the hotel in Bangkok and in Hua Hin as well. So please keep it with you safely, and please take a photo of it and share to us as well. And also the picture on the right side is the visa stamp that you need to show the visa that you have, like 60 days visa. So please check if they stamp the days to you correctly, that it's 60 days or 30 days. So for the South African people, it's 30 days. But for the people who come as a tourist visa, it is gonna be 60 days on that. So if they, sometimes they stamp wrong from 60 days to 30 days. So please check on spot. Otherwise, you have to go back to the airport to fix that. And as of now, Thailand requires the tourism tax for 300 baht to arrive Thailand. This is the new policy from the government. So again, please, when you arrive in Thailand, so you might got asked about the paperwork, like insurance, your hotel bookings, also your cash, the visa, and Thailand pass when you arrive. And some people, we will have the airport pick up for you if it's included with the package that you work with your agency. So please send your flight detail to us, and we will arrange the airport pick up to drop you at the hotel in Bangkok. And on the 29th of April at 5 p.m., we will have an introduction meeting at Forum Park Hotel. So it's like we share the information for the next day to arrive in Hua Hin and what's going on in Hua Hin, also including the excursion activity, the schedule on the orientation week. And we do recommend you to have the money exchange in Bangkok, as it has better rate than in Hua Hin. In Hua Hin, we have just a few money exchange booths, the rate is lower than in Bangkok. Okay, it's time for the question and answer. So I would like to stop share this presentation. Oh, you're back. Okay, we have some in the chat box.
It may be just me trying to get connected. It is
Oh, okay.
me working from
Okay.
home.
Hiya.
Okay.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I arrive on the 28th. So in that case, would I just like meet you guys at the hotel on the 29th?
We can pick people up from the airport up to 5 days before the course starts. So we can
Oh,
also
okay,
pick you
cool.
up. Just don't forget to send us your flight with the flight number and which airport that you land at, because there's 2 of them. So all the details that we.
Okay, cool. And the only other question I had was to do with the apostle. So when I'm like ordering it, it gives me an option to add the apostle to the original documents or make a certified copy and add the apostle to the copy. Does it matter which one I do? Copy, yeah, I did do copy, but then I just, because I saw emails about being original, I was like, oh God, I've done the wrong one.
No, don't worry. Don't certify your original degree.
Yeah.
Also, in case you're wondering, don't laminate it once it's done or any other document. And because you are doing the paid teaching program, legalizing your degree is great that you're on the way with it. But if you were doing a volunteer program like the George Mason University people, they do not legalize their degree, just to be clear.
Okay, cool. And yeah, I think that was it. So yeah, it asks also for proof of accommodation for the booking, but I don't have to fill that in, no, for the visa.
For the visa, yes, you will. So that would be the Forum Park Hotel, unless you're staying somewhere on the 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But haven't you guys booked that for us?
Yes, but you still need to write the name there.
Oh, well, that's all I need to do, just write the address. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was it from me.
Any questions about anything from anyone?
I have a question. So I'm arriving early. Are you sorting out accommodation for us, or do we need to book somewhere? Because I noticed that the Forum Park Hotel is fully booked from the 27th, which is when I'm arriving. So do I need to go book somewhere else?
If you'd like to arrive early, we can support you in staying near somewhere that you would like to visit, or if you're after a certain area of the city, but it's completely up to you. So you would choose whatever you like. But if you do need our help with anything, just let us know. But it would be a private booking for yourself.
And that's the hotel that I'd put on the visa if I'm staying in 2 different ones.
Preferably with a visa, I would always put down the hotel that you're staying in first, or the hotel that you're spending the most amount of time in. So it should only ask for one hotel. That should be the one you stay in first. But if they happen to ask for where do you go next? Where do you go next? Then you can do it in consecutive order or a significant order. So we've included the hotel in Hua Hin as well, because you will be spending a decent amount of time there if you need it.
Okay, thank you.
And for now, Forum Park, they open like a hospital for COVID-19 patient as well. But we hope that they open for the end of May for another new bookings. So if we have to change to any other hotel, we will inform you as well.
And we pick you up and take you there. So it shouldn't be any stress for you either. Any other questions about absolutely anything?
I've got another question. It is a little bit random. So I've
random.
seen that a lot of websites, I was looking at sort of what to wear as a teacher, and they have like lucky and unlucky colours. And I was wondering how much people stick to this, or whether it's sort of they don't expect you as a tourist, like a foreigner, to not really stick to it as much.
That's a great question. So I'll start with what teachers usually wear. So the stereotype in Thailand doesn't mean that it applies to every single school, but the stereotype is women teachers have to wear skirts and dresses. They need to be conservative, loose, shoulders covered and below the knee covered with loose fitting clothing, no midriff, of course, no low necks or anything like that. Thailand does hold a significance to colors, referring to the Buddhist days of the week. So some schools may require you to wear a yellow shirt on a Monday because yellow is the lucky color for a Monday. It's also the king's color. So yellow seems to be the most popular one. There is unlucky colors associated with Buddhism, but I have never heard of teachers needing to not wear a certain color because it's unlucky. Gib, would you like to touch on this anymore as you have lived here your whole life?
I think it's sometimes if we have like the funeral with the important person of the country that they might require you to wear black, or they will have like a small bowl that you can put it around under your shoulder to show respect to that people.
Yeah. But basically your uniform should be business, kind of classy, plain colors. It doesn't mean that your school will get rid of floral patterns or bright colors. Maybe they're okay with it. I'm just going super stereotype. Also, maybe your school as a woman will be okay with you wearing pants. Gentlemen also should be wearing long pants, closed toe shoes, a long sleeve collared shirt with a tie. That is the stereotype. So maybe your school will be okay for you to wear a short sleeve collared shirt or to not wear a tie, but that is the general stereotype for men as well. And your school will let you know if they would like you to wear a coloured shirt or anything specific when you do get placed.
Thank you.
Welcome. Any other questions? I did miss a chunk there due to internet connection, but just as Gib mentioned about bringing over that cash that the airport can ask for, if you do bring over your own currency, please make sure that they are perfect notes, not damaged, written on, stamped, torn, old versions of notes, because they won't be able to change them. Also, bringing over currency that's not in Thai baht is completely fine. US dollars, British pounds, euros, Australian dollars, New Zealand, anything along those lines, just unfortunately not South African rand. It is very difficult to change South African rand in Thailand. So just something to keep in mind with that one as well. And also travel with it in your carry-on luggage. Don't check it in.
And I would like to repeat that you will have to send the document to us for the flight detail, the hotel, the insurance, the visa, and Thailand pass to us, and all the documents we need in the physical copy when you are here as well.
When you arrive at immigration too, and they ask to see almost every piece of paperwork that you have, you will also have a giant stack of paperwork for your school. So there's paperwork to arrive in Thailand, completely separate to paperwork to work at your school. So as you are coming in on a tourist visa, it can cause confusion for them and they may think that your intentions are to work if you showed them anything to do with your school or gaining employment here. Please just keep everything to tourist entry requirements at immigration once you arrive. And once again, it's completely legal to change your visa to a working visa here and then associate everything with your school and what you're doing here. Just to avoid confusion, we've had incidences in the past where they thought somebody had full intentions to work on their tourist visa illegally. And we did need to clarify things for this person who was quite scared at immigration on the phone. So just to be clear when you're coming through. Any other questions?
Hi, yes, I have one. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been quiet. I'm busy driving.
No.
So I'm from South Africa, and I've had some difficulties with the legalization of my degree.
Yeah.
Because I sent it in the beginning of April already, the first week of April, and I haven't received anything back, and it still needs to go through another process. So I have no idea when I'm going to receive this. So how is that going to influence? Because I'm only going on a 30-day visa.
Okay. That's a really important question. So let me just clarify. You've sent it to SACA and it still needs to go to DIRCO?
Yes.
Okay, great. This is only South African process of legalizing the degree, just so everybody knows. Have you used the 123 attested expediting service, or are you doing it yourself?
No, I've been using them. They're helping me with police clearance, but the expediting service, yeah, they can't really expedite the SACWA one. That's more difficult.
No worries. If you could try to get an update from SACA where they're at, and then let us know, and we can discuss whether it's worth you pushing back to have your degree. You do have some choices as long as it's not too far away. That's the most important thing. So as a whole, you can't be placed at a school unless you have your criminal background check or your legalized degree ready to go, because they can't process you onto a working visa. So if you were to arrive in Thailand without these documents, especially the criminal background check, they wouldn't look at your profile until they knew that you can work around children. But the legalized degree is almost just as important to see that you're legally allowed to work in that position also. So you would have to wait to gain a position and potentially do a border run in the in-between, or maybe two. So that would require you just hanging out in Thailand for an extended period of time until you receive these documents. The alternative is to remain in South Africa, don't book any flights or anything yet until you have them in your hand, and then you can come over. So it's what's financially best for you, but a school cannot place you until you have these two documents in your hand if you are a degree holder.
Okay. Okay, that will require some thinking.
Yes,
Just
I'm
work
in the exact same boat, also from South Africa, waiting on my police clearance and the degree legalizing. They informed us about their police clearance. We submitted mine early in April, and it's going to take another 3 weeks because something went wrong with the scanning system. So we have to wait another 3 weeks. But I did receive an email for SACA, an urgent email that I can send the documents there if you've received that as well. Otherwise, I'll send it to you. I haven't received feedback. I've only sent it in yesterday because we've submitted my documents in March already to SACA, and I haven't received any feedback. So he gave me this email. So if you don't have it, I'll send it to you. Maybe we can get something done with the urgent expedite. I don't know, because the whole process takes a while, and unfortunately we can't expedite DIRCO. So
yeah,
it's a waiting game at this stage.
It is. I'm sorry, South Africans, they put you through this. We really do understand that it is the toughest country to get this done. But just keep us updated. If you need to push back, we push back. If you want to come to Thailand early, but it would mean you have to complete multiple border runs to Cambodia and come back in. The good news is quarantine free now in both countries. And they're getting rid of the RT-PCR test, but it's financially and mentally what is good for you, because we can't place you until you have it. So just work with us. We're happy, myself and Gib, to have some personal calls with you as well, try and get to the bottom of it and see where you're at and how long it will take.
Yeah, that might work best. Okay, just to explain how it will work if we need to push back, and especially for that first week of the initiation week and all that, how that would work if we push back. So
sure, no worries.
Okay.
Both of our line, our Skype, and our calendars are attached to the email that we just sent with the visa application. But also, if you're having trouble connecting to either of us, just send us an email and we'll make sure we have one-on-one calls to sort this out and make it as less stressful as we can for you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Any other questions about absolutely anything at all? Like to give it that little moment of silence. Well, thank you for joining us today. I hope that you found this useful and you feel confident to apply for your visa, or confident that you can contact us if you're having any issues along the way. We will send you out the recordings of these webinars to help you through the process. But once again, if you need us for anything, please reach out, email, Gib, or myself anytime. And we're so excited for us to see you soon, quarantine free, the first in 2 years to not have to quarantine. So super exciting. Things are looking forward. Things are looking good for Thailand and your position to come here and teach. So thanks again, everybody. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.